YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with my updated rookie rankings heading into Week 10 of the NFL season. Update these every single week, and there's always some changes in here, so excited to go over them. We have power rankings. That'll be in our next video, weekly picks, the video after that, and a lot more NFL content all year long, not just in season. So join us, like, subscribe, turn notifications on, follow us on Twitter. You guys know the drill. Links pinned in the comments for our Twitter and our sponsors, Liquid IV GLD Shop. Check it out. So Sam Laporta had a bye week, so goes down 2 spots. He's, been having a fantastic year for a tight end. Bijan Robinson been a little disappointing. He has a little bit of production, but been a little disappointing recently. Had a fumble in that last game. At times, it seems like Algier is better, and they're using him more, so which would side with the point that he's better. But Robinson has much better athletic traits, so what's going on there? Byron Young back in the rankings. He's at 8. He had 2 sacks against the Packers. He's been racking up the production, getting after the quarterback. Leads rookies in sacks with 5. So he comes in at number 8. Number 7, another pass rusher, Tuli Tuipulotu, is second in pass rushers in sacks behind Byron Young, but is ranked ahead of him. Tackle for loss machine, leads rookies in tackle for loss. I like that he plays inside and outside as well. He had a sack tonight against Zach Wilson that was, from the inside, and it was just it was a beautiful pass rush. Can win with power, could win with, his hand usage as well, which power plays a part of that. But very much impressed with him. Been racking up a lot of production. And Tank Dell back into the rankings. So it's 3 guys in a row back into the rankings. Tank Dell had a monster game, was a big reason. I think the quarterback was the main reason, but a big reason for the win, the production. But yeah, the last second win pretty much for the Texans there against the Bucs. I mean, putting up that many points on the Buccaneers was very impressive, and Tank Dell is showing that he can be like a do-it-all type receiver. So highly productive, very fun to watch. Devin Witherspoon down a couple spots, number 5. He's in the top 5 though, been playing very, very well. Not quite as well this past game and the game before. Other guys just moving up is another reason why he's moving down as well. So still think very highly of Witherspoon in his season this year. Puka Nacua at 4, obviously been in and out of the top 3 at number 1 at a few point or some point. Been very productive. Yeah, I mean, he just took a hit with Stafford being out. Addison down to 3, which is tough because he still played a pretty good game, had a clutch catch towards the end of the game, still had 50-plus yards. It was back and forth for me for 2 and 3. I thought Jalen Carter played a pretty good game, was very productive against the Cowboys. Pretty solid offensive line, and getting after Dak Prescott. So that was pretty close. Carter and Addison, for me, Addison was at 1 last week. I know Kirk Cousins going down, maybe you hurt him a little bit, but still was key. He was still key for Josh Dobbs and the Vikings, and again, clutch, tough catch, towards the end of this game too. So he's been top 3 touchdown machine and just been very productive recently. Justin Jefferson going to be coming back soon. How will that affect Addison? Does it take away from him? Does it open more things up? Because he was actually getting the 3rd most snaps when Jefferson on the Vikings receiver unit when Jefferson was playing before, kind of just easing him into it. So now I would imagine it's Jefferson getting the most snaps than Addison. So it actually could help him. We will see. But again, no, Kirk Cousins, Jalen Carter, again, we talked about it, had a really good game against the Cowboys. And then a no-brainer number 1, who's been number 1 a few times this year, quite a few times, CJ Stroud. And now we're at that point where players are kind of building their resume, more through halfway through the season. So it might be tough to top C.J. Stroud the rest of the year. I mean, it's definitely doable because the other guys are playing like number 1 rookies. But C.J. Stroud just doing things that rookies do not do. I mean, putting up 39 points against the Bucs, throwing up 470 yards, 5 touchdowns, game-winning drive. There are quarterbacks in the NFL that have been in the NFL for a long time, pretty decent quarterbacks that just really can't have the game that he had. Not too many quarterbacks can have that game, like production-wise, plus game-winning drive. 39 points on that Bucs defense. A defense that makes plays too, so no interceptions either. And Tank Dell was fantastic, one for the future. Nico Collins has had a really good year, but I think C.J. Stroud is elevating these guys' play. Like, does he have like a legit number 1? These guys might look like it right now, but I think it's because of him. So that's how good CJ Stroud's been. So he's number one. It might be tough to take him off that spot right now. So kind of solidifying himself in there. Josh Downs dealing with an injury. Will Anderson had a pretty good game. Zay Flowers, not much action. They didn't really need him to. Jahmyr Gibbs, his last performance was insane. He was ranked, but they had a bye week. We want to see more of that come together, more of those plays. Dante Still's been pretty good for the Cardinals. Dalton Kincaid, despite the fumble, looking pretty solid as well. So some really solid rookies. Halfway through the year video that I thought of that I think we'll do later this week is we'll rank every first-round pick. And that really is a little different than this. These are kind of just ranking players, how they're playing, but that is more the pick and kind of the player, if that makes sense. The value of the pick still, definitely plays a part. So that should be pretty fun. I will usually regrade all the first-round picks at the end of the year as well. So we'll have some fun with some halfway through the season content. Join us for all of our content. Like, subscribe, turn notifications on, follow us on Twitter. There's a link pinned in the comments for that, recent videos, and our sponsors, Liquid IV GLD Shop. That's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.